myself.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So, literally 2 minutes into the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen women do. That I don't care if you do it because you're grown. You can do things. And, you know, you're just going to say everything that a man has said. And you're going to prove why we do it. Except, I'm going to use my Wolf Guard knowledge and prove that you're just lying.
What's the age limit?
Age limit?
As far as youth to older. What's the youngest to the oldest? Like, what's your range?
Tell myself right now. I would say right now, at my age right now. Yeah, I would not date younger than 25, 26.
Why are you laughing?
Why is that funny?
No, because I thought she was going to be on
I thought you would say.
I thought she was going to be on some like 35 to 57.
Me too. Oh no, I mean I don't think I could. I don't.
When I first seen that, I laughed and said, what the fuck is she talking about? I noticed, she's attractive. I noticed attractive 40-year-old woman is no way near gonna say, I want a 25-year-old man, Thundercat, that's gonna beat her back in. There's no way she's gonna say that. You know why? Because of all the women that, for the last couple of years been saying that you don't do things like that, Every time that an older man that's 40 says, we can get a 25-year-old, you sound the horns. Kevin Samuels is in the building. Every time a man said that for the last 10 years of my life that I've seen on this internet, every woman's response to that is, oh my God, you're robbing the cradle. Oh my God, you only want young girls because they're fucking stupid. Which would mean you're calling yourself stupid when you were young. And we agree with you because when we were young at 25, we couldn't get you because the older guy was beating your head in. So, yeah, we wasn't lying. Older men have things, and, young women are very quick to say, I want to get in that car. I want to go on vacation. I want to go to the clubs. This old nigga got money. He still looks good. And I know what he wants. And I want the same thing. And his money. And then we're all going to shoo each other away. And women constantly, every time I seen this on the internet, women would constantly make fun of men, belittle men, say, yo, you're terrible, you're terrible. And now, yous are waking up to realizing this is what yous do too. Like we don't know. There's not a word called Kruger for no reason. The Kruger is the older woman that goes after younger men. So, it's kind of really hypocritical that we're gonna have to go through this.
No, I'm not gonna get up here and lie. Okay, young men are very aggressive, and they.
Don't
say God. I'm not gonna get up here and lie. Okay, young men are very aggressive, and they.
Don't say God. For the record, everybody in the back, Joy Taylor is our age. All right, she graduated. Me and Mr. Walker is her classmate.
No, many a 25-year-old man that's looking to, get their sea legs out here in the world can use a Joy Taylor, and the service she can provide as a good old hunching sugar mama.
Now, how can I explain this without making people mad? Oh yeah, you can't. See, when women want to be like men, and you get the money, and you get the power, and you get the respect, money, power, respect, what you need in life, like Lil' Kim, Jada kissing him. When you do that, and you blow past multiple men that are eligible candidates plans to be a husband, well, you know, those men may find a wife or they don't want one anymore. You know, get caught up, have children. So then when you get older, your options are limited because women don't like to go down. You know? When it comes to certain things. Obviously not age, because, you know, now you are admitting that you will let a 25-year-old man thunderclap you. And which is, it's kind of stupid if you really look at it, right? Because didn't you already get enough of that? Isn't that the thing women complain about when you're young? Oh, these young guys, they just want to clap cheeks. So they want to do that. They're too aggressive. So what they want to do. Now you're 40 and talking about, I need a young Thundercat to come be aggressive towards me. Like, wait up. Like, seriously. Like, for real.
There you go.
I have to ask you because this is a whole thing with women.
25
where they're saying
is a
that these
grown
young
man. I'm not gonna get up here and lie, okay? Young men are very aggressive and they do not care how old I am.
Wait, but Joy, I have to ask you because
Older men don't care how old you are when you're fit and friendly. I've never seen an attractive, good-looking woman, maybe not all the way good-looking and all the way fit, and maybe not all the way friendly. You know, you still got it though. You still got it. You know? And said, ew, she's my age. I've never done that in my fucking life. So see, I gotta stop saying goofy shit. Younger men don't mind if I'm old. What are you talking about? Of course not. We remember, you know, like, listen, in a young man's mind, an older woman has experience, right? And young men want to have experience, you know? They want to get good at that doing things. And the older woman will do those things. And because she's older, she's going to feel good that she's teaching you and putting it on your little ass. But normally, you're just a teacher and young boys don't fall in love with the teacher, you know? We'll take the fucking exam, we'll ace for the flying colors, but now we're gonna go use those skills on a young woman to, you know, so we can tame this young woman. You know, the way yous complain about, I got a good man, but he doesn't beat my guts in. He wasn't romantic. Oh yeah, you don't like romantic. You like aggressive. I forgot.
because this is a whole thing with women. Where they're saying that these young men are really.
25 years grown. I
What?
agree.
They're saying that.
Nah, you ain't about to have me out here on some
No, no,
bullshit.
no, no,
25 is a grown ass
They're
man.
saying 25 years.
25 is a grown ass man, just like 25 is a grown ass woman. But, you know, as older men, it does look kind of weird, you know. You know? It's been going on since fucking, the beginning of time, you know? And Hugh Hefner made a life out of it, for crying out loud. He's running around 25-year-old till he literally died. You know what I'm saying? So, it's nothing new. But we all laughed at Hugh Hefner. You know? The guys didn't laugh and said, damn, I hope I could still do things like that when I'm old. But the girls and everything, it's like, ew, you nasty ass girls. Y'all nasty. Y'all be on his wrinkly ass ball. Like, you know what I mean? There's pros and cons to all of it. And everyone's not gonna do it, you know? You get it?
Men are where it's at. All the older women, that's what I'm trying to say. The women that I've been talking to, like in their 30s, late 30s, they're like, these younger men, they come, they're intentional, they come with it, they're like not playing around.
You're a fucking liar because last time I checked, I literally watched you specifically say these things about young men don't know what the fuck they're doing, they're not intentional, and you need a grown man that has experience. And what fucking grown man, what 25-year-old is gonna have all these intentions and stop it? Y'all complain about the same age limit, get older, and now you want that same age limit because they grow up magically somehow? Stop fucking. Who do you think you're talking to? An idiot?
They want date you. They like treat you like you're a goddess. They
See, just like I said about that teacher thing, Cupside, when you're a young, attractive woman, right? I mean, an older, attractive woman. And it's not always like this. Some young men will be like, hey, I'm not giving this up. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like that woman don't have to make the sacrifice of a 25-year-old's money, a 25-year-old's maturity, a 25... There's, you know... Some mature a little faster and all these, but the whole point is you develop to a certain level. That it's like being a Super Saiyan. You know? You see all of them with gold hair now. Because going Super Saiyan doesn't fucking mean nothing. You're not a real fucking killer just because you can hit Super Saiyan. That shit means nothing. Goku's son and Vegeta's son's doing that shit. Why? Because just because you can hit Super Saiyan don't mean you're a man. Boys can do it. Get it? Just because you're mature doesn't mean you're a man. Get it? That's Super Saiyan. Being a fucking grown-up. But there's levels to that shit, you know? And it's Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4, and God mode. You just want to be with the gods. But you'll settle for level 1, right? Your whole life. And then complain, and then hit 40 and say, wait, what am I complaining about? I have to look at this differently. I'm in control. Yeah, that's what it is. You're in control. A young man will give you full control over certain things. And as an older woman that already knew since, media is telling you, you don't want a man to control you. You should have been knew this. Just like Kev Samuels said, get with younger guys and pay because he's not going to have vacation money. So marry the young guy and pay or get your dog and die alone.
They appreciate you. They talk life into you. Like, I am hearing that these younger men with it, they're like not playing around. They want to date you. They like treat you like you're a goddess. They appreciate you. They talk life into you. Like, I am hearing that these younger men from all these women, they are where it's at. I've never dated a younger man before. No, I've never wanted to.
They're telling
like
the truth.
as this.
Yeah, you got paid to say that because if you never did it, you would go off the experience of what people say, like everyone else, and watch and see and grow up in it. And, like, you know what I mean? A woman cannot fucking make these calls and then legally say in her mind, I'm sane. Because there's no way I can't sit in a room with you, ask you about your 20s, and you're gonna shit all over men that was in your 20s. They're fucking rude. They didn't know what they wanted. Motherfuckers dating 30 fucking bit. I swear to God, I hated men when I was young. It was fun doing all those things and having free shit, but good Lord, they never fucking know what they want to do. They're jumping all over everything, and it's like, stop. Use are ridiculous. Now you're trying to sound like men now. And trust me, you're not going to be better at dating younger people because, men, regardless if it's young or older women, it doesn't matter. We're always ready to lose. We know the game, the bullshit, it comes in all forms, shapes, sizes, and ages, baby.
Point, they're talking about
Is this the truth after dark? They're telling the truth.
This is what
A man's not going to lie to herself and say, I want a younger woman because she's going to be the most mature, most responsible. No. He's going to say, I can teach her to be responsible. I can show her these things. And then as I building her up and protecting her because I have all these things that she wants and I don't mind pain. I don't mind. Now, a woman on the other hand, 2-3 years into that 25-year-old Thundercat, you're just starting to fucking get mad that you got to pay for everything. You start getting mad when you go around other women and their man's a Navy SEAL and the other guy's a cop. Your guy's, he works at McDonald's or some shit. You get embarrassed. It doesn't even matter. This fucking kid makes you happy. He makes you feel like you're on the fucking clouds. You'll leave that fucking kid just to fucking feel good. around other people and say, I gotta get a man's man, I gotta get an older man. No, you need to be happy and start worrying about fucking society and pick what the fuck you want to do. Because this back and forth shit, I don't think it's gonna get women anyway.
I'm hearing, and even
But
the
I don't.
You a lie.
You's
And the
a
truth
lie.
ain't in you.
You's a lie.
They're
but
telling
like
the truth.
at this point, they're talking about
Is this the truth after dark? They're telling the truth.
This is what I'm hearing, and even
But
the
I don't.
You a lie. And the truth ain't in you. Please
Stop the cap.
Please, for the love of God, stop lying.
Get him.
These young dudes are doing nothing more, nothing less than blowing y'all damn backs out. Y'all get y'all backs blown out. Them young men ain't gotta say a word. They showing up in the bedroom.
That's all she cares about.
He talking about these 25-year-old men. They speaking life. You know, they give an energy.
Yeah, bingo. And they are giving energy.
And they are speaking life. They're saying all the things the older gentlemen that they, got older with. They used to say all those things when they, oh, you're so beautiful. I never seen an ass like that, and the way you talk is the greatest, and you this and you that, and you. It's because they're young. They act just like when you were young, you meant it. You never met an older chick that was attracted to you, so all her shit was together, and she was, she was the shit. But as you get older, you meet more women that have that personality, that have their shit together. And then you start realizing, wait up, I can choose? Well, I do like this about her, but I don't like this other stuff. And since I could choose, she got that stuff, and she doesn't do those things. She did that this one. You get it? It's like, it's a fucking joke.
Yeah, straight back shot huckabuck energy. It's perverted, I'm telling y'all. Hunching sunbutt.
Yo.
I don't like 25 is a grown man.
It's a grown man.
Okay.
You're not. Don't
You're not
worry
about to
about
have me
that.
on some
No,
bullshit.
25
You'll
is
have the internet be.
grown.
Okay.
No, 25 is grown. And the ones that have approached me, they are. They're like.
Well, I would say 25 to.
Remember that.
I would say 25 to. I'd say 25 to like probably like 70.
70.
That's all right. You got
Jesus.
Steph Curry right.
25 to 70. Oh, God. I mean, I ain't gonna hate on the 70-year-old men that are in shape and, probably got their shit. You're retired, you're chilling, you're an old Navy guy or Army guy, you made it through, who knows? Old tech guy or something, I don't know. But, I don't know if the old guy that you would pick, because usually you just pick old men that are gonna be attractive and have money, and then what do they want? Do you think they want 25-year-olds at their prime, or they want that 40-year-old woman? What do you think he's gonna choose? Because he's paying for it more than likely.
25 to 70 is a crazy range.
Okay, but
You can't make this shit up.
You really can.
You can't make this shit up.
Shout out, Kev.
Y'all heard it. Joy Taylor is a sad soul, man. This poor girl. She is broken.
I don't even know who she is, but I feel bad. I seen like somebody else was doing a video on her. I think she's a news anchor or some shit, and they were showing her like younger years and her older now, and like she kind of like she looks the same, but you can see the aging, and she's still beautiful. But it's like it's just so it's fucking crazy to see so many what do they say, well-off women, the ones they choose to, because you look attractive enough, you're educated enough, you're hard-working enough, you're not none of those things. I'm not going to say you're not none of those things, you are all those things. And it's fucking crazy to see so many not married, with no children. It doesn't even make sense. Like, because when I'm watching these women, grow, like, because I'm the same age as them, they were guarantees in my mind, you know what I mean? Like fucking, the chick from the fucking Players Club, Miss Fox, Vivica Fox, and all those women. I never in a million years thought when I'm fucking 40 years old, they'll still be out here fucking dating young ass niggas, getting their back blown. I thought they would have at least fucking, a husband and, possibly a kid if they weren't kids or not. Because they are so famous and they were so beautiful that I know for a fact majority of the black men in America would fucking throw themselves at them. And then the cool dudes would always be there at a certain limit, obviously, because, this myth of as a woman gets older, it doesn't matter how much money she got, the niggas you want, not all the men, no, the ones you want, they're not going to want you no more. Because they like you in your prime. They want that. That's what men love the most. That's what, And I get it. It's a hard thing for women to give up because, you can get left and he can go choose another one. I get it. So it ain't about hate.
Out to Kendra. I see they was taking pictures. I see Joy was in there. I guess Kendra invited her close-knit girls. It was
5 years of my age range. Like, I don't.
Damn.
I'm just answering the question.
Yeah.
All right.
If you see me pull up with a 70-year-old, don't ask any fucking questions, okay? He's got a plane. I'm doing this for all of us.
You're doing this for me.
Don't.
Oh, just like I called it. If I'm a 70-year-old, shut up. That we going out. We all going on vacation now, girl. Do you ever look for love? Do you ever look to like someone? The young guys, they're aggressive and they blow backs out. The old guy, well, he better have money. Maybe if you actually change your thinking, maybe that's the reason why you don't find decent men and can find boyfriends. Because husbands and shit, yous are not wives. You know what I'm saying? There'd be no reason to get married. A man that actually is a husband would automatically divorce you because you wouldn't be a wife. You would be his girlfriend. You know?
Fucking ask some questions. You better dap him up, Paul. What's up, bro? La. We getting bottle of K-Miss. Let's go. Yeah. Very real nice.
We're going to...
Joy Taylor has went off the deep end.
Straight up.
This is traumatized babe. This is you can't fire me, I quit.
Like, seriously, I'm like, whoa, like, 1 minute, it's funny, and the next minute, it's just like, really? Like, who put you up to this? Y'all need some ratings or some shit? Women are just saying anything now, like, and if you actually mean it, ain't nothing wrong with it, stand on it. But it's just like, it's sort of like saying, I was young and dumb, and let a bunch of young guys and anyone older than me, they had to have money so they can. And now I'm older, and I want young men to. And if any older guy I get with, he better have money if he wanna. It's like, do you even know what that makes you? What the fuck does that make you? You say the word. What's that make you? Cause I'm not. When we say it, we get in trouble. We get yelled at. You're not that. I'm not that. You're not a wife. And you're damn sure not even a girlfriend if that's the way you're fucking living.
So good. I mean, amazing. My dad is like tall, dark, handsome. He looks all like, even the housekeepers.
But you know what I like about older men? Older men have great stories. I like to talk. They got all the stories. Yeah. They're very...
It's called experience. The thing young men don't have because you're young. You have to fucking live life to get it.
Confident. They do. They're
confidence. You have to build it. Sometimes it takes a fucking man his whole life. And then you get to spend 20 years of fucking brutal confidence because you made it through all that bullshit. And no one can ever tell you anything else because you know your life story. You know what the fuck you made it through. And then other people look at you like, why the fuck's that guy so confident? He's not a millionaire. It's because I led a fucking hard life and you didn't. You lived bubbles and roses, dog. That's why you're not confident. That's why you can't walk down the street like I'm the fucking president of this shit. You get it? It's something you build. It's not something that just, it is. But you just said young men have all those things, though.
appreciate you. You know what I mean?
They do.
For sure.
They're very sweet.
Yeah, things that take time, because when we're young, we're dumb and full of cum. You know? Because, you know, a lot of men don't have fathers. So, I wonder, should women go after older men, you know, when you're younger, and actually look to stay with them, instead of sucking them dry for money? That way, when you're older, you know, you still got him there, because he's like, wow, she didn't just take my money.
Yeah,
I can't have sex with an old wrinkly penis. I'm so scared. That's my only thing.
What is there to be scared of? I mean, I get it.
I'm like,
Why do you think they're wrinkly?
well, I don't know. Are they?
Aren't
Yo, this is priceless, bro. This is, I need to see this.
all penises wrinkly?
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Go through the Rolodex.
Shout out to Joy. Joy said, not so fast. Joy said, why do you think 70-year-old meat is wrinkly? He said, I don't know.
Sounds like somebody had some experience.
Joy said, well, let me tell you, because I do know. I done tasted all meats.
Yo, these niggas be going hard.
Have sex like that.
Man, that's crazy.
So, hey, that might
Yo,
be.
these niggas be going hard.
I don't know.
Go through the Rolodex.
Maybe.
At one point throughout the day, all penises are wrinkly.
You're right. When they're soft.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
You're right.
In resting
You're
state.
right.
In
You're
resting state.
Oh my god.
But is it?
It's
But
kind
they
of
say they're
It's
like.
kind of like one big wrinkle.
You're right. And they say older men don't even want to have sex like that.
Man, that's crazy.
So, hey, that might be a good look.
Man, shout out to all you old simps out there.
I don't know who told you that, because I think the Lord designed man to have sex for a really long time. You know? There's 50-year-old men that are still in shape. Men can have babies until like they're 70, 80. Women usually like 60. If a man doesn't take care of himself, if a man doesn't work out and have a routine, you don't need to be a bodybuilder, then yeah, you lose your sex drive. Or the broker men, they work too much and works hard, so nobody's coming home to blow backs out when work just blew your back out. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, I need an ice pack and an aspirin.
These women are taking advantage. It is what it is.
It really is. Like, that's sad.
Go meat mash and extravaganza.
Like, I can't do the whole, like, just bitches, you know? Like, some men have bitches, and I can't do it. I'm not, like, if you...
You just described yourself as that. That's why I said this shit is hypocritical. I knew eventually you would say I don't like this. If you have an age range from 70 to 25, you don't have a boyfriend or a husband, then you have men. That's what the fuck dating is. When you have a roster of men, then you have men. Just like a man has bitches. I got bitches. I got hoes. Get it? They don't actually have to be hoes or nothing. They could be regular people. You get it? And they're all attracted to you. And they're like, well, I don't mess with nobody else. And, you know, I just fuck you. And I hope that you pick me. Women have been doing that forever. So it's like, stop with the fucking stereotypes. Like, a woman is always gonna have more hoes than any man on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Well, not any man, because, you know. But regular men cannot compete with a woman in that area. It's ridiculous. Because you just have millions of fucking simp-ass dudes everywhere that'll always sleep with you. So it's like, stop playing.
You know, I can't do... Everyone knows what I'm talking about. I can't do bitches.
Yeah.
So there's just certain type of men I'm just not going to date because they need bitches and I can't do it.
What about like a best friend of a... Like,
Oh, yeah, no. I think I don't... I at the same time, I don't want to date a man who doesn't have any platonic female friends.
Okay.
Because why do women want to be...
Hey, everybody got dating preferences. And, I would love to hear the reason with this, because usually it's the opposite. women usually say, I don't want a man that has friends as women.
Around you.
Yeah. What if they've had sex like once in the past 10 years ago, or just a few times, and they're best friends? That doesn't bother you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
You're a real one. You're a real one. Because shit like that happens. You don't, you're friends with somebody for a long time. People break up. They break up with their peoples. You get the emotional fucking, I'm there for you. I should never do that to you. And then you're like, yeah, because you're my friend. And then, the talking, the emotions, you do some dumb shit, then you realize, you're like, oh shit. Nah, this ain't gonna work. I fucks with you like that though. No pun intended. But it happens and you get over it and you never do it again. But that doesn't always happen. That usually ends best friend relationships between men and women. You know what I mean? Somebody always gets caught up. So for a woman to say, I can understand that process if you're still friends, that's very rare.
humans should be able to interact with each other without the idea of having sex all the time.
I don't think
And if women
do
genuinely don't want to be around you, or you don't want to be around women unless you're sleeping with them, that's for some people. It's just not for me.
Yeah, see, I like your answer on that. Though she's gonna say something a little different. I like the fact that you can understand that a man should be able to have self-control. And you should have women friends because you shouldn't just want to fuck every woman around you. See, fellas, this is why I teach you. Find a woman and just be friends with her. Stop trying to... If you ain't used to this shit, you better get used to being a fucking regular person. Stop wanting to sleep with every single woman. It's not a good look.
I would like to be able to trust that you're in a room full of women and your entire goal in this room is not to fuck everyone that's in there.
Damn.
That's a lot of men.
Plus, I like a man that can take input from a woman that he is not sleeping with and who values a woman that's not a partner that he's trying to fuck or family.
So here we...
I like that a lot because that's one of the number one things I teach my wolves and my ninjas, because women are valuable, just like a man. A lot of men are stupid enough to only have male friends, right? And you niggas wonder why you never get nowhere in life, because you're only around men. Another man, first of all, another man's always competing with you, goofy ass nigga. Another nigga secretly don't want you to do better than him, goofy ass nigga. A woman, she don't give a fuck if you do better. You're not her competition, nigga. That's why you're supposed to have women as friends, because they're going to give you real advice. They're going to tell you, you look like a goofy in that outfit. Your friend will be like, nah, that shit look hard, dog. So you look goofy that night. And he gets the bitches. You get it? A woman will tell you the straight truth. You know what I mean? They're going to tell you these little things that your boys may not. When you're going through problems with your girlfriend, and you go to your boys, and they hit you with that, fuck that bitch. You know how these chicks be acting up and da-da-da-da. And they have no idea what the fuck's going on, because they're just ego talking. See, you go to your girl that's a friend, and then you tell her the situation, and because she's your friend, and you actually take her advice, goofy ass, she's gonna hear the same situation. She gonna tell you what you did wrong, and because she's your friend, you're not gonna get mad about it. You're gonna be like, oh, yeah, you knew I said that because I was mad, and she's gonna be like, yeah, and that was the wrong thing to do. And then because she's a woman, she could tell you exactly what's wrong with your girl before you go assuming dumb shit, and then she could tell you exactly how to fix that shit. A man can't. They're just gonna say it's a period. She's just tripping. She's tripping, dog. She's just tripping.
Here we go. Shout out to Joy Taylor. I think what we are witnessing...
Like, for real. I've avoided so many arguments. I've learned to become a better man, a better boyfriend because of other women. You know, giving me the right advice at the right time. Complete argument shut down because I'm in my ego and they can see it and they know how to say, you know you're wrong and you know you're wrong. And then because you have respect for this person, they make you see the other person's point of view. You know? When we can't understand, why does she want me to fucking stay home all the time? Why the fuck she always getting mad when I go over here? And then she tells you, because that girl that's over there always be eyeing you, and one day we walked by and we heard her say, I'm gonna fuck this guy. I'm gonna get that guy. That's why she doesn't want you over there. She ain't gonna tell you that this woman wants to sleep with you. She's just gonna warn you, don't go over there. You gotta figure it out, dog. Or, you know, have that friend.
But whether they single, married, it is what it is. Like, yeah.
It's just stop. It's cap. That's why she in this predicament. She is crazy as the day is long.
Or off limits for some other reason, like it's his boy's wife or something. Like, I just think that I have a lot of great male friendships. I have male business partners. I have brothers. I have my brother's friends. Like, I work with men every day. Like, I have great relationships with men. And I think it's important for the person that I'm dating to be able to be around women. It doesn't mean that you're hanging out with other women all the time.
Yeah, that's real.
But that, like, you can't be in a room talk to a woman without it being a sexual thing. Like, that's
having,
That's real. Now, no one's perfect, so, you know, like I said, this is not about roasting this woman, because they said her name a bunch of times. I didn't even think they were going to do that. So, Joy, if you hear this, don't think I'm just roasting you. I'm just trying to really get the understanding of how women will literally say the things men say and want to do what men do, but say men are wrong for it, you know? How about, we gotta deal with what we gotta deal with, and there's perks and bad things that come with our choices, you know? Let's stop kicking the can around and saying, you just want to control. You want to control a young woman because they're easier to control, and then at the same breath say, when I was younger, I was an independent, super smart woman. But forget that you just said young women are easily controlled, and then you can't figure out why you have that body count like you got. Because you know why. You know why.
discipline.
That's weird to me.
Yeah.
So you have no
It's
discipline
okay.
that way.
Yeah, you have no discipline.
And I think it's also a level of maturity as well.
Yeah.
Because you can be attracted to someone and still be like, I actually would never sleep with this person.
Yeah.
Yes. And for men, see, we get to the point of rejection so much, we get to that point of, she looks super good, but I know I can't sleep with her, so what the fuck am I going to waste my time for? I'm not her fucking type. She's not looking at me with the googly eyes, so why am I going to waste my time and hit on this woman? She shows no signs of attraction at all. See, grown-ass men do that. Other men, they really believe that as long as you holler at her, if you holler enough, if you do this and that, you eventually get, nah, some women just don't like you, dog. It's not that you're ugly. It's not that you're, no, they just don't like you. There's nothing you can do about it. There's not a fucking thing you can do about it. She likes fat guys.
So I think for me that's important. But bitches is something totally different.
And there's the deal. And women like Joy, if they are around these men long enough, they will simply sleep with them out of convenience. So she's been known allegedly to sleep with these married men and stuff. Guys that she
Oh, god damn. No. Girl, what you do?
has been around for years, and all of a sudden they just start sleeping together. They'll be working with these men. They just start sleeping together out of convenience. They'll be out at a party getting drunk, and it's just convenient meat. So it's inevitable the longer you hang around somebody.
Not if you got respect. You know what I'm saying? Not if you have boundaries, you know? Sometimes those things work.
And it's done.
I get what you're saying. What about it? What else is non-negotiable for you?
I'm less and less interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. I told Paul this the other day.
Oh, God. hope you have a good reason. I'm not religious though, so go ahead. You know what I mean? My faith says religions are bad. So, proceed.
I don't know. But
Let's
you hit me with the man of God thing. I said,
But you say God a lot on your podcast.
God?
Yeah, you're like, God, oh my God.
Oh my God! No.
Oh my God, it's
Oh my
different.
God! It's different than this.
Mentioning God and saying I'm a woman of God, I'm a man of God is two different things. And then there's the religious people that she's going to describe because it's a totally different thing. She's going to describe church guys. She's not describing the men of the Lord. I guarantee you.
A man of God. If you're leading, I don't know. I've just had some.
So this
I've
is
had some
interesting.
negative experiences with people that lead with their religion.
Are you religious? As a
Not
woman?
really.
No. So,
I would say I'm a person of faith, but I'm not.
Okay.
I was raised in a Baptist church, very, very religious family.
I get along with you, it seems like.
I don't think that just because you're a Christian that you are, not living a good life. I'm just saying if that's the first thing that you bring to the table.
And if y'all shout out to everybody, subscribe to the Carpet for the Horse channel. We
This and it's
Yeah.
it's become a red flag for me.
Wow.
Not saying that if you believe in God that you.
Fortunate. Take note, young ladies. Don't let this become you, please, and thank you.
It's a red flag for me
I
because
feel
I
like
don't
they're hiding
care.
behind their
I don't.
religion.
Why? What does
Something
this matter to
happened
me?
with that before. That's what that happened.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Multiple
you might
times.
have a trigger behind that.
I
for
do.
Sure. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
I absolutely.
yeah.
I'm acknowledging. I'm triggered by this, and it's gonna.
Yeah.
It's become a red flag for me.
Wow.
Not saying that if you believe in God that you are a red flag.
You got hit by one of those religious dudes that pretend to be good men, really nothing but a swindler, a wolf in sheep's clothing, and you realize that they're better at remembering every line. They'll remember every quote, every fucking thing, and swindle the panties right off you and have you thinking you're getting married with children, and then that nigga, you find out he just like Thug Ass Ray right down the block. Except he's just a really good actor. But he don't do the same thing as the Thug guy. I love you, girl. I want you to have my babies and all this goofy shit.
I also don't give a fuck. So just tell somebody else about it. I think for some men they think that that's what women are looking for, like looking for a good Christian man.
Yeah.
And some people are, but just not me. So
But that's my thing
Very true.
about religion too. Like, like man may not like lead with it, but some men needed to pull them out of places. Like when there's nothing else. Like I felt like religion like helped me pull me out of some dark places.
Mhm.
And like I believe
religion or
you know what I'm
faith.
saying?
and I'll say this: women like Joy are
I like that. She hit him with some real shit. I like you, Joy. She said, religion or faith, nigga? What you mean? Because religion can't pull your ass out of nothing. Your faith does. Because your faith's connected to your God. And that's what makes your God take favor on you. I think you know things. You know some things.
Mystique, camouflage.
She knows some things. Now, I ain't gonna let you talk on that one. Because she said some real shit.
Different things.
Okay.
Believing in God.
She about to break it down too? Ooh.
Nobody but a liar. Shout out to Joy, her hyena ways. Her transparent hyena ways.
Faith, probably faith
Right.
more so than like.
Because to me, those are two different things.
Okay.
Believing in God, having
believe in
spirituality,
God,
having a
spirituality,
connection
all
with your
that.
spiritual side, praying, all those things I do.
Yeah.
But
Same, but
to-
religion is
to
different.
lead
Okay,
with
I
like,
understand what you're saying.
like let's go to church on Sunday.
I'm Christian, I'm Catholic,
Right,
I'm, Baptist,
Understand.
whatever it is, that's like
Right.
your religion. Versus I'm a man of faith because I pray, I believe in
Right.
a higher power.
But also
I'm
for me,
connected to my
I
spirituality.
feel like a lot of people that
Being a man of faith doesn't make you pray. Satan is pray. Goofy. You know what makes you a man of faith? You do the fucking law. You become it. You don't recite it on Sunday. You know what the Lord said. He sent his son down here, and his son said, your body's a temple. Now worship it by doing the law and cleaning it. Leviticus. That's how you keep your temple clean. And mentally, you know, your mind, that's another kingdom. And what you eat affects your mind. But what you watch and all the things you take in, your entertainment, your conversations and all that, that breaks down that temple. So then you begin to not watch and see. You start putting up boundaries because you start learning that it's not about it's not rules. The Lord made this world a certain way, and your body is a car. And that book is the manual how to fucking get through this thing. And if you want your car to function at maximum, if you want to be better than other motherfuckers at shit, that's one of the first things you better learn is how to oil up your car. How to fix the brakes when it breaks down. How to call the GPS up. You know how to activate your GPS yet? Oh, okay. That's what a man of faith is. Not some nigga that prays and can recite some fucking words. A man of faith can literally show you God by walking your ass around and then showing you.
A lot of men that are extremely religious think that if we get together, that I'm gonna start doing that, and like I'm not.
Yeah, I haven't been to church in a minute, but
Because a religious man is like a caveman. You're into my house, these are my rules. You know? A man of faith chooses women of faith. We don't have to say you're gonna live this way. She's already living that way. That's why I chose her. Duh. We don't choose the other women. We'll rather just stay alone and die. You know? And teach the ways. Like our Lord told us to.
pray.
Yeah.
And I have faith. Yeah.
Which you're a
I'll
man
say
of,
that.
you know, you're a spiritual
You're a
man.
spiritual person,
Yeah,
and we all
man
have a
of faith.
spiritual side in some way or another.
Yeah.
But spirituality and faith and religion to me are two different things. But it is a trigger for me, so I understand that it's going to sound crazy to people. I don't know. I mean, I obviously want somebody kind. Like
Yeah.
I don't fight with anybody. I'm not fighting with anyone about anything.
I like you. That's like my number one thing since fucking one of my longest relationships ended. I said, yo, I'm never fighting with a woman again. We can do a little arguing, but once that heated moment comes, I'm walking away. Cause I'm gonna break your ego. I'm gonna fuck you up with the word of God and the truth of the situation. I know I make mistakes as a man. I know I failed as a person in certain things. So none of that shit you can ever say is gonna hurt me. Most people can't accept themselves, so this is why I choose not to argue with anybody. Because I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up with you, with the truth of you. You're gonna try to fuck me up with lies or the truth about me. And the truth about me don't hurt because I dwell in that shit all the time. It don't matter. I always win the arguments because why? When I argue with women, they're mad the next day. You know what I mean? And once you realize you have that type of power, you tend to say it doesn't matter who's right and wrong. I don't want to fucking go through this. All the extra anger I gotta think of, the fucking snappy comebacks, and that feeling in your soul being like that is such a disgusting feeling that you can see why the Lord says, watch your fucking tongue. You're destroying yourself. You think you're just hurting that person, but you're really destroying yourself. Because when you get caught in the cycle of that shit and you can't stop and that's all you know now, say goodbye to having a fucking good fucking relationship. That's why so many people have the petty arguments in their relationships. Relationship after relationship after relationship, and don't even realize if you'd stop the petty shit, that petty thing right there, that's one of the major reasons for most relationships to begin to fail. Because it's that fucking I don't give a fuck. I gotta argue my point. We're together. You argue with everybody else in the world. we got other people to worry about. You're worrying about arguing, pushing anger towards me. Nah, we got other people in the world that don't like neither one of us. So we don't need to be doing none of that. And if you're going to do that, then you are one of those people in the world. So I got to get the fuck away from you. You got to get the fuck away from me. You get it? Once you become them, you'll bye-bye just like them. It's us versus the world. Or it's me versus the world. And my father.
Ever. I don't. What would we fight about? What would we fight about? What was the fight about? What is the problem?
So if there's an issue, then
we have a conversation, and then we make a decision about what we're doing at the end of this conversation, and then that is that. Well, I'm not raising my voice.
See, and that's the threshold. Once I got a fucking, or I'm stumbling over words, or the name calling. Listen, man, what are we doing here? Somebody's got a wicked spirit on him right about now. That's what it really is. Somebody's being immature right now. Somebody just don't want to be happy right now. Somebody just don't want to admit they wrong right now. And I'll be damned if it's me. That's another reason why you know how much it hurt your partner when you could be wrong and then admit right to him, like, yeah, you right. I did do this for that. Now, I want to sit down and watch that movie. I'm still happy. I'm not angry. Are you angry? You angry? Hey, you still angry, ain't you? Alright, well, I'm gonna be over there. You don't want to do that to people. When you reach a certain level of maturity, you realize your maturity hurts other people because they're used to those petty fights.
A lot of these women like Joy, there's no coming back. They can't even expunge your coup de cop.
I don't know. She sound kind of redeemable to me. Like, she don't sound so bad, but I don't know this woman at all. So, you know.
And then we make a decision about what we're doing at the end of this conversation, and then that is that. Well, I'm not raising my voice. I'm not getting to a place of anger. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not going through your phone. I'm not going through your car. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with that.
Oh, I like that. See, that's the way it's supposed to be. You know what that's called? Trust. You know? We're going to make this decision. If the decision is we don't agree, right? Well, we don't agree. I'll talk to you tomorrow about this. One of us is wrong, one of us right. One of us mad, one of us ain't. So when we stop talking about this bullshit, tomorrow, we're both going to want the right thing to happen regardless of how mad we are at each other. So the one that's just mad, yeah, you're going to cave in and say, I ain't got time to do this shit. You get it? But people don't do this shit no more. A lot of people, I realize, I be walking around on the streets and seeing people fighting nowadays. And I be like, yo, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, shorty, let him get in the car before you start screaming at him. Damn, it embarrassing like that. Or the dude going crazy. I'm like, yo, dog, you're outside. Go home, go to the park or something. Don't be on the main Ave. You know what I mean? Like, god damn, go to the side.
I went through a dude's phone.
Of course I have.
Yeah, but once you've done it, you don't ever want to ruin your day like that again.
Of course I have. But I would never touch someone's phone that I was
Me either.
If I felt like I needed to go through your phone, it's over anyway.
It's over. Why do I have to?
Facts. But I'm going through your shit, you know what I mean? I ain't beat. But if I really feel like I gotta go, like real talk, what are we doing here? I don't understand how people fight from a time of a child and scream, I'm fucking adult, I wanna do. You know, we be doing that shit way before we're actually legal to really mean that shit, you know? Because the world pumps our head. But when we actually become legal adults and we legally can say, you're not my man, I'll sleep with anybody I want, you don't need to look at my phone. If you want to look at my phone, I'm fucking breaking up with you. Fuck you want to look at, you trust me or you don't, nigga, you know what I mean? And when that man says, nah, I don't trust you, I'm done. It is what it is. Because certain activities kind of means certain things, you know? Just like she said, if I have to fucking want to think about looking at your phones because you're doing things already. You've already broken the sacred bond that we had. We were flowing, we were doing things every day, you were talking a certain way, and then you went and you slipped up. You did the goofy shit. You know? Some people ain't got time to be having harsh breakups and all that. Nah. You got caught, you slipping. Alright, I'll holler at you. Salute. That's it. I ain't got time for that shit.
To go through your phone. That's an invasion of privacy, first of all.
Oh, here we go.
Now, you're supposed to ask the person. You don't just go through somebody's shit. Like I said, when you're an adult, your shit is your shit. But as an adult, you know, when somebody says, prove it to me. I need you to prove it so I can sleep good at night. And you say, no. Well, that person has the right to be like, all right, well, I'm going to let my imagination run wild, and I don't want to be up at night, so, you know, you go your way, and I'm going to go back to sleep.
That's the end of it for now. Joy's been all over the place.
Yeah, we'll let it stop right there. We've been going in hard. Like I said, this ain't to, make anybody mad in particular. It's really to, I really be wondering a lot watching these things and watching my own videos and topics. Like I said, people have, from time as children, argued and complained. We've all said it once. I'm grown. Motherfuckers is too scared to not, like, cheat, you know? Like, just don't be with nobody and do what you want because you're grown and you're free. You don't have to cheat. You're grown. You can just do whatever you want. But people won't do it. Get it? You can't go through my phone. You're a fucking grown up. It should mean nothing. It should be straight off your back. Here, go do this thing. I know I'm not doing nothing, so what do I need to hide? You know? That's what most people that don't hide things usually do. They don't mind proving themselves. So then they can get the upper hand on the other person, like, oh, see, look at you now. Look at you now. Look at your stupid ass face now. There's nothing in there. Guess who's making dinner tonight? Guess who's fucking going to the store for the next fucking 4 months? Huh? Guess who's fucking doing extra shit around here? Mister, I'm doing things. That's the ace of the whole. But it seems like good people, or, well, you know, whatever, people, you're pretending. And I don't understand why people do these things. Because last time I checked, the lifestyle people secretly have, you can openly have. So why make it a secret? But I do understand, because some of you get caught up. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say I completely not understand. Some people, you fall in love, you have kids, you're fucking thinking of the forever thing, and then, you know, but no, leave. That's the part I don't understand. You're free to leave. Make things right, instead of making a big spectacle. Where the fuck is all the grown shit? Just like I was saying earlier. How dare those women say, all those opposite things about 25-year-old men, as I watched that same host complain about men and say the opposite, and she was talking about being young. And that's I said, yo, this world is, motherfuckers really won't stand on their hill. You know? Like, stand on your hill. Even if your shit is wrong, like, go out or at least go stand on the hill with everybody else. Like, you can't backtrack that. Like, they really backtrack that. For the last couple of months, that's all I've been hearing any show you go to where men and women discussing relationships between men and women and there's all this back and forth shit, that always comes up about how men are fucking your assholes for going for fucking younger women, but that's what younger women be going for. It's like you kind of have a choice in that matter. Like it's not like it's not fucking 10 BC where dudes just run around clubs like bitch come here. Like no. So it's just like I think people gotta do better with these little stories. I think people need to up ranges and start going after things that matter more than because that's what I don't hear people talking too much about. When I hear people talk these talks, I don't hear people talk about what they want in relationships. It's like everybody's a robot. Everybody says the same exact shit, and I'm like, there's no way you don't have a personality, and because when everyone describes the people that didn't do the things they wanted or whatever, that's the things that they don't describe when they talk about a good relationship. They just describe some regular bullshit. You know? Like the women to my they're good because they're aggressive and they're on time. They tell me sweet nothings and make me feel like a goddess. Is that all there is? Really? There's no regular things? Are there things that take time? You know? Maybe you should start figuring that out. All love, all praise to the Most High.